What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there, and welcome to this week's ranking show for Week 13 Fantasy Football. Talking about your top 24 quarterbacks and your quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for this week. Luckily, not a whole lot of buys to worry about. We got the Carolina Panthers, we got the Arizona Cardinals on bye, so they're what are you doing?
You haven't used this, right?
No, it's all new. Why?
I'm just gonna grab some stuff. I'm gonna take a shower real quick.
I'm trying to record.
Right. See you, Jake.
There ain't no way in hell that dude just tried to make out of here with my Nick Chubb helmet, but hey, we're not wasting any more time. I gotta go catch him, so let's dive into our top 24 running backs for Week 13. All right, and here we go. Right at the top, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chief. A matchup this week, a fun matchup going up against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Got him at number 1. Number 2, Jalen Hurts just continues to find ways to score touchdowns. Number 3, this is where I have Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow sitting at number 3, going up against Patrick Mahomes. Going to be a lot of fun to watch. Number 4, Josh Allen. Even though he's out there and producing, doesn't seem to be 100% healthy, but playing through it just fine, still scoring fantasy points. Got him at number 4. Number 5, Justin Herbert, because right now, even though Ethan took stuff out of my office, I am feeling so fancy as of right now. So I got him sitting at number 5. He loves having his binky back in Keenan Allen. How about number 6? Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott is starting to turn into one of those consistent weekly starters. Kind of like Kirk Cousins with a higher ceiling. I got him at number 6. Number 7, Lamar Jackson. Can he please continue to run the football like he has the past couple weeks? Because that's what we need right here for fantasy football. Number 8, Trevor Lawrence, who is just maturing before our eyes and turning around a pretty poor franchise to look a little bit better. Love it what I'm seeing with Trevor Lawrence. Number 9, Tua Tagovailoa in a very difficult matchup here this week going up against San Francisco, but you can't stop Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I don't care what defense you bring to the table. I got him at number 9. Number 10, Tom Brady. He's playing in primetime football Monday night against a division opponent. That's kind of why I got Tom Brady sitting right here at 10. Number 11 is Derek Carr of the Las Vegas Raiders. Good matchup for him going up against the Chargers. How about number 12, Geno Smith? It's no longer a surprise when Geno Smith is a top 12 quarterback. He's kind of been doing it all year long, and I said it in my quarterback start sit video. I think Russ needed Seattle a lot more than Seattle needed Russ because Geno out there doing the same damn thing each and every week. Number 13, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings, going up against a difficult Jets defense, but that safe, consistent floor remains for Kirk Cousins, so he's sitting at 13. 14, Jimmy G, San Francisco 49ers, a great matchup going up against Miami, but is he limited by injury? That's something we're going to have to pay attention to the Doc's injury report here, end of the week, to make sure he's good to go. Number 15, Marcus Mariota. I have no idea how this guy remains in the top 10. When you look at his box scores, when you look at his stats, he hasn't done a whole lot over the last month of the season combined, but he's still one of those guys that's pretty average on a weekly basis, and if you're in a 2-quarterback league, isn't a bad second option. That'll take us down to number 16 now, which is Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. He's going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, followed by Mike White. The legend of Mike White continues, and a lot of people want to crown this guy after one solid game. But I gotta see it a little bit more than just one time before I put him any higher in the rankings. 18 is probably where a lot of hate is going to happen on this video, because this is where I have Deshaun Watson. I don't hate the play of Deshaun Watson, but he hasn't played football in like 2 years and has only been in the Browns facility for like a couple of weeks. Gotta let him have time to shake off the rust, so I got him at 18. Followed by 19 right now is Aaron Rodgers. They say that he's going to play this weekend. Another injury that we're really paying close attention to. If he's a full go, he may go up a few spots by the weekend because he's facing the Chicago Bears, and he basically owns the Bears at this point if he's healthy. 20, Kenny Pickett. No, I don't have to put a pause in between pick and it right now because he's actually stopped throwing interceptions. Got him at number 20. 21, Andy Dalton of the New Orleans Saints facing off against Tom Brady. You never know which Dalton is going to show up. Are we going to see a 28-point Andy Dalton or a 10-point Andy Dalton? Because there's nothing in between. 22, Taylor Give Me a Heineke of the Washington Commandos. He's going up against the Giants this week, which is a pretty difficult matchup. And as of late, Taylor Heineke not really throwing for very many passing yards, really limiting his overall ceiling. So he's sitting at 22. 23 then is Russell Wilson and the absolutely broken Denver Broncos. And then 24, Mac Jones. Had his best game of the year just last week on Thanksgiving. Is that some kind of momentum that he can bring into future weeks? Potentially, we're watching it, but right now, got him at 24. But there you have it, my top 24 quarterbacks. But really the reason why you clicked on this video is because you wanted to see the quick and dirty top 30 running backs for week 13. So here we go. Right at the top, Austin Eckler of the Los Angeles Chargers. Great matchup for him going up against the Las Vegas Raiders, followed by Sir Nicholas Chubb, who I wanted to put at number 1 because he's playing the Houston Texans. But I'm being a little bit modest. We got Chubby at number 2. Number 3, Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans. Not the easiest of matchups going up against Philadelphia, but if Tennessee wants any chance of winning this ball game, they're going to have to control the time of possession and run the ball a lot. Derrick Henry at number 3. Number 4, Josh Jacobs in his quote-unquote calf strain that he's dealing with. It didn't seem to bother him with 39 touches last week. Got him at number 4. Number 5, Jonathan Taylor. He's finally starting to score fantasy points. Are they at the clip that he was last year? No, but he's a solid top 10 running back each and every week, even though a difficult matchup this week going up against Dallas. Number 6, Kenneth, all I do is score tutties. Walker. Sure, the rushing total has been down over his last few games, but he continues to find the end zone, and you have to expect the rushing numbers to increase here at some point. Number 7, Ramondre Stevenson. That's right, Ramondre Stevenson, number 7. No Damian Harris. You got to keep the ceiling high for Ramondre. Number 8, Aaron Jones going up against the Chicago Bears, followed by number 9, Christian McCaffrey, who is dealing with quote-unquote knee irritation right now. I asked the doc what knee irritation was, and we both looked at each other like we were pretty confused and basically said that could be just about anything. Number 10, Dalvin Cook. Can Dalvin Cook please start scoring some fantasy points for our fantasy teams? Please. Difficult matchup for him, though, going up against the Jets. Followed by number 11, David Montgomery. We do not know for sure about Justin Fields just yet. There are his reports going around that he could play this weekend, but could be limited. David Montgomery in line for huge volume once again. Got him at 11. Number 12, this is where I have Joe Mixon as of right now in a matchup going up against Kansas City. If for some reason Joe Mixon is not cleared in time, of course, Samaje Perine will skyrocket up these rankings, but as of right now, trending the right direction, got Joe Mixon at number 12. 13 and 14, back-to-back Dallas Cowboys here, Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. There are very few backfields in the NFL that can really supply 2 running backs on a weekly basis. Dallas is one of those teams, and even though Tony Pollard's ceiling may be slightly lower here as of late, he's still able to go out there, give you a safe floor, and we already know how high that ceiling is, and then Zeke just continues to score touchdowns. How about number 15? The NFL leader in rushing touchdowns, Jamal freaking Williams. He just continues to score touchdowns, and you know he has a role in the backfield there of the Detroit Lions. 16, Miles Sanders coming off of his huge game going up against Tennessee, a pretty difficult matchup for him. Followed by 17 and 18. This is where I have Saquon Barkley and Alvin Kamara, and if I could actually put some downtrending arrows in here, I would, because I'm not overly, excited about starting either one of these guys, but I don't know at this point of the NFL season if you can really afford to not start them. They both have matchup winning upside, and it's kind of hard to put them much lower. Got them sitting right here at 17 and 18, followed by number 19, Dameon Pierce, who has struggled now in back-to-back games, and now he's going up against the Cleveland Browns. Can he please break out once again? Got him at 19. 20, this is where we have Travis Etienne. And it's kind of because we aren't exactly sure he's going to get a full workload or even play or not this weekend. Now, reports say he's going to, but once we get closer to the weekend, we kind of move him up in the rankings if need be, having him sitting right here in a matchup going up against Detroit, who's actually been playing a lot better. Got Travis Etienne at 20. 21 is Rachaad White. Everybody wants to crown this dude as the next coming of all running backs in the NFL, but really he's just doing the exact same thing that we've seen Leonard Fournette do for a long time. He's not doing it any better. As of right now, don't know if we're going to have Leonard Fournette or not. If we do, Rachaad White could drop down this list because I expect him to use both guys. 22, Isaiah Pacheco of the Kansas City Chiefs in that matchup going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's great to see Isaiah Pacheco get a full workload. How is that going to look in the future? Is Melvin Gordon somebody who could take away touches, in further down the road weeks? Not as of right now, no. It's still Isaiah Pacheco's backfield. He's at 22. 23, Jeff Wilson Jr. of the Miami Dolphins. Sounds like there's a chance that Raheem Mostert could play this weekend, but a very difficult matchup going against his former team, the San Francisco 49ers. 24, B-Rob, Brian Robinson of the Washington Commandos. As of right now, is getting more consistent volume each and every week, and he's the guy that will put ahead of Antonio Gibson at 24. 25, Latavius Murray, really the only option in the backfield there for the Denver Broncos, but a team that really doesn't have a whole lot of scoring opportunities, so he's sitting at 25. 26, Devin Singletary, Buffalo Bills. Love Devin Singletary. Don't love how he can't get huge volume in an offense because they're continually trying to throw the ball down the field, and Josh Allen stealing a lot of the touchdowns. 27, DeAndre Swift. Love DeAndre Swift. Do not love how DeAndre Swift only plays like 10 snaps a game now, so he's at 27. Followed by 28, Cordero Patterson. I don't understand Atlanta. Can anybody tell me what's going on in Atlanta and why they don't get the ball in the hands of their best playmakers? It's very confusing to me. So he's at 28, followed by 29, Antonio Gibson, who we kind of mentioned. We talked about Brian Robinson. And then number 30, Gus Edwards, because John Harbaugh absolutely loves himself some Gus Edwards. So when he's healthy, he's in the lineup and he's getting 15 plus touches. But like every other week, you know I'm a man of the people, so I'm going to give you 5 bonus names. That's right, these are the 5 guys on the outside looking in to the quick and dirty top 30 running back rankings. It's A.J. Dillon first and foremost. Like I said, we don't know for sure about Aaron Rodgers, and he is one hit away from being taken out of this ball game, and now all of a sudden we're reliant on Jordan Love, but they've actually used A.J. Dillon a little bit more here over the last few weeks. Got him as a reminder to you. Next guy then is going to be Samaje Perine, Cincinnati Bengals. We mentioned him with Joe Mixon. If Mixon cannot go, Samaje Perine climbs these rankings along with Leonard Fournette. Tyler Algier continues to get consistent volume, not doing a whole lot with it, but for whatever reason, each and every week, Atlanta's trotting him out there, giving him right around 12 to 14 touches. And if you're in need, he's a guy who's getting some volume. And then lastly, I'm going to mention Jordan Mason. Now, a lot of people have no idea who the hell Jordan Mason is, and he may not even touch the football this weekend. And that is because he is currently the backup to Christian McCaffrey. So if word comes out where McCaffrey will not play or will be limited, Jordan Mason could be the main beneficiary of those added touches. So those are my first 5 out. However, there's like an asterisk in here, and it has to do with the backfield of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't know for sure about Najee Harris. Everything came back that it wasn't a major injury. Jaylen Warren coming off of injury. Benny Snell and Anthony McFarland getting work last week after the Najee injury. There's a lot of information that we do not know as of right now. What I'm going to tell you is this. Watch the Doc's injury update video on Friday. He'll give you maybe a little bit more clarity on this backfield, and then we can kind of determine where we're going to slot these guys. I didn't want to just throw them into the rankings and have it be completely off by the time we get more word as we get closer to the weekend. So just keep those names in the back of your mind, and there'll be somebody we discuss a little bit more on the Saturday night live stream. All right, so there you have it, my top 24 quarterbacks and my quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for week 13 fantasy football. Hopefully I was able to help make some of your lineup decisions. Now what do you need?
Oh, I was just bringing your stuff back, Jake. So,
cool. Hey, I appreciate you at least putting it back where you found it. Thank you so much for that. But hey, hopefully you guys are having a great week in fantasy football. He's taking all of my stuff. Hey, have a great week 13. Leave some comments down below if you appreciate the content. Hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you later. Ethan!
How the hell am I going to fit all this in a backpack?